Yeah, 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 yeah.
Drug addicts.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Paradigm Speaks, where we speak the truth that becomes reality and embrace the reality that becomes actuality. Got a new video for you today. But before we get into that video, go ahead and take this time to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell. And make sure that you take this time to follow us on all social media platforms. That would be Instagram, Paradigm_Motivation, and Facebook, Paradigm Outreach LLC. So the title of this video is called 2021 and Beyond. So we have entered into a new year, 2021, the second year of the second decade of the 21st century. And when a new year begins, ladies and gentlemen, we get something called a clean slate and a new chance or a new opportunity to do things better. We all know 2020 was a tough year for many of us. We've seen much change, and we were forced to adapt to those changes fairly quickly without any real mental or physical preparation. Many of us lost a lot of momentum when it came to our goals and our aspirations in life. We went from making those strides and planning things out to just figuring out how we were going to get through the day to day and survive from one day to the next. This caused us a lot of mental frustration and emotional anguish. But guess what? Good news. This is a new year. But guess what? We now have a clean slate. And because this is a new year and we now have that clean slate, this is the time to not only regain that momentum, but to also build on that momentum and get back on track and get back focused. And even more good news. For the most part, the vibe that I've been getting from people out here in the community and places I've been lately is that 2021 is already looking promising for many people. So real quick, let's give a quick shout out to those people who are already making strides this year. We at Paradigm, we salute you because you're doing great. But now we're going to get into the video. So I know I titled the video earlier, 2021 and Beyond, but what we're going to talk about is 3 things that we need to leave behind in 2020 and the 3 things that we need to do in 2021 to make sure that 2021 is that successful year that we want. But before that, I have a quote that I want to share. And that quote is, no matter how hard the past was, you can always begin again. That's the deep one right there. So the first part, we're going to get into the 3 things that we have to leave behind in 2020. The first thing that we need to leave behind in 2020 is ignoring our mental health. Ladies and gentlemen, fans, arguably the most important muscle on the human body or in the human body is the mind. A wise man once said that the mind is a terrible thing to waste. As we have talked about before, day-to-day life can be hectic and day-to-day life can be challenging. A lot of times we find ourselves so enthralled, so wrapped up, and so intertwined with the day-to-day that we often forget to stop and breathe. A lot of times we get so caught up in the zone, quote unquote, that we become focused on things that truly serve us no purpose in life, and we're just going through the motions. When this happens, we often get stressed out, frustrated, irritated with others, irritated with ourselves, and because of this, we tend to ignore the little things in life, the simple things in life. When we lose sight and ignore our mental health, we begin to get, in a sense, stuck in a rut, and we become complacent in regards to where our time is invested. This can be seen where you are working that job that really has nothing to do with what you're trying to do in life, but it keeps the bills paid. Just like we talked about in the last video we talked about push through. When this happens, we gradually begin to pull away from our goals, our dreams, the things that keep us grounded in life, and the things that give our lives meaning and purpose. And worst of all, we pull away from God. Family, once that connection to those spiritual tangibles is severed, That becomes the moment that we go from living life to just existing. Or no, I take that back. We go from being a participant of life in the starting position, in the starting five, to being a spectator in the nosebleed section with no clue as to what is going on. And when that happens, you will eventually get to a point where you don't know if you're coming or going. But check this out. I don't want that for you. And again, check this out. That doesn't have to be you. The solution to this is simple. But first, a quick question. Do you have a plan? If you do, great. If you don't, do us a favor. Go to your nearest Office Max or your nearest Walmart and buy you one. This will really help. But anyway, on your calendar or your planner, or even on a sheet of paper, schedule 1 or 2 mental health days per month, depending on how you work and depending on what your schedule is. Make these days, these mental health days, a part of your monthly schedule. On those days, do whatever you need to do to de-stress and refocus. Or better yet, do whatever makes you happy, legally, of course. Sleep in, work out, go for a walk, take a bath, get your nails done, get your hair cut. Whatever it is that you do that relaxes you. And I guarantee you that you will come back fresh, you will come back stronger, you'll come back a little wiser, hopefully. And then when you come back, you'll be ready to reconquer the world. The second thing that we need to leave behind in 2020 is entertaining these toxic relationships. Now, I know this one right here is about to strike a nerve or two or 20, but whatever. That's why I'm here. When it comes to dealing with people, friends, family, relationships, you have got to be on your P's and Q's at all times. Family, dealing with toxic people and toxic relationships will not propel us forward, but will serve to really set us back. Now, earlier I talked about mental health and how important mental health is. Ladies and gentlemen, the people that we deal with and the people that we choose to entertain play a part of our mental health, whether you realize it a lot or not. Excuse me. Okay. So let me paint a picture real quick. Since y'all acting like y'all, apparently the vibe I'm getting from you guys right now is you all acting like you don't know what I'm talking about. So I'm getting ready to paint a picture for you real quick. So we all have that one homegirl or that one friend that's always into it with her dude, or that's always into it with their significant other, right? The dude keep cheating on her. The dude won't text back. This, that, and the third, right? Your homegirl is always blowing up your phone between the hours of 11:30 p.m. and 1 a.m. every other night, saying so and so ain't, and you give her advice, telling her to leave the dude, leave the situation, and she does for about a week or so. But guess what? He's right back with the same dude, and the cycle goes on like the cycle of a washing machine: wash, rinse, repeat. But here's the thing, listen, I know you want to be a good friend to your homegirl. I get it. But if it gets to the point where every time she calls you, and not just even in this situation, people in general, if it gets to the point where every time she calls and you just feel like you want to just hit the decline button or on your iPhone, or every time she calls, you just want to hit the panic button because you just don't want to hear it. And if you do choose to take the call, you feel like you just lost 10 brain cells talking to her. Family, that's a problem. At some point, you have to tell your friend that, look, hey, I love you, but if you're not willing to change your situation and be active and be a participant in your own rescue in this situation, then there's nothing that you can do for her or him or for anybody. At the end of the day, you have to protect your peace and set boundaries for what you will and will not allow in your space. Now, I know I got a little bit off topic with that, but family, the point is who we have in our friend circle plays a part of our mental health. Who we choose to date and become intimate with plays a part of our mental health. A wise man once said, show me your friends and I will show you your future. Surround yourself with people who are headed to, or better yet, people who already are at the place you're trying to go. Family, you are who you hang around. If you hang around 3 bums, you will be the 4th by association. But if you hang around 5 millionaires by association, you will be the 6th. The key to stop entertaining toxic people and people who truly serve no purpose in your life really comes down to one word. I need a drum roll for this one. Y'all ready for this? That one word and that one thing that you need is boundaries. When you get to a point in your life when you set boundaries and stick to them, actually stick to them, you will begin to put yourself in a place of peace and less stress. People will treat you how you allow them to treat you. And the moment you tell someone, I'm not feeling this, or nah, fam, this ain't that, or that wasn't cool what you did, you will establish a level of respect that people in your life will either comply with your boundaries or they won't. Either way, all the benefits and the fruits of setting boundaries go to you. The third thing that we need to leave behind in 2020 is self doubt. Family, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to our goals and the things that we want to achieve in life in this year, confidence is key. The very moment that we begin to doubt ourselves is the moment that we sell ourselves short. And when we sell ourselves short, we lose focus on what we want and why we want it. So let me paint a picture real quick of what self doubt looks like. Matter of fact, I'm going to have you paint the picture. I have a quick little activity for everybody watching this video. Everybody get a pen and paper real fast. Pause the video if you have to. Have you ever been in a position where you were super confident in a decision, but you were met with the smallest form of opposition and you went back on the decision you just made? Have you ever been in a position where you have apologized for something that really wasn't your fault? Or better yet, when you go to places or social events, the club, or wherever the case may be, and you just chose to be in the background or behind the scenes, if you have answered yes to any of these three questions, then you have experienced a form of self-doubt. In these situations that I have described, and these questions that I just asked you, you have either not been truly confident in your decision to begin with, your confidence in yourself was so low that you were willing to accept blame for something that you should not have been blamed for, or you did not have enough confidence in yourself to realize that you have value and you can bring value to any and everyone you meet. But here's the caveat to that. There are two major solutions to solve this issue. One of them is confidence, like I just talked about before. The opposite of self-doubt and self-worth is confidence. And the main ingredient to self-worth is confidence. People who are confident stand firm 10 toes on their square. When confident people make a decision, they stand firm on it no matter what opposition they come across, good, bad, or indifferent. People who are confident are not quickly ready to accept blame and scorn without rhyme or reason or justification. People who are confident have a vibe about them that they bless people who they come across with positivity and energy that they radiate. None of this can happen for you if you don't have the one main ingredient, and that ingredient is faith, which I call the twin sister of confidence. How can you expect people to have faith in you if you don't have faith in yourself? In the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, he says that faith is the starting point of all accumulation of riches, and that faith is the basis of all miracles. Nothing good in life can happen for you if you do not first believe that it can happen for you. That faith is the manifestation of all that is powerful and all that is great. So now that we know the three things that we need to leave in 2020 and just never see again, let's get into the three things that we need to do for 2021 so that we can move forward. Here are the things that we need to do in 2021 in order to be successful, in order to make the most out of it. First thing we need to do in 2021 is have faith in regards to where you want to be in life. Family, every goal in life starts with a dream. But the only way that your dream that you have envisioned can come to life is to have faith, like we discussed before. If you fill your mind with fear and doubt, those fears and doubt will manifest in everything that you are seeking to accomplish and everything that you are currently doing. If you have the vision to go to college, I'm talking to my high school seniors right now. Shout out to all my high school seniors. But if you have the vision to go to college, but you fear not getting a good score on the SAT, that fear will be present in that moment and in moments to come. If you are looking to start a business, I'm talking to all my entrepreneurs right now, my up and coming entrepreneurs, but you fear that your business idea won't be good, that you have already stunted your growth before you have even gotten started. Why would you do that to yourself? Why would you stop yourself before you even started? A lot of times in life, the only thing stopping us is ourselves. A lot of times we are the only obstacle in between ourselves and what we want to achieve, all because we refuse to have faith, all because we refuse to believe in our goal and believe in our ability to achieve it. But here's something else. We can have all the faith in the world that we want, but it is pointless if we do not put in the work. The Bible says in James chapter 2, verses 14, that faith without works is dead. Understand that faith is not just hoping, praying, and believing that what you want in life will happen and you not putting any work behind it. No, faith is putting in the work daily and believing that the work that we are putting in will eventually bear fruit. A farmer cannot have faith that he will have quality crops if he is not willing to put in the work and go out there and plant the seeds. In order to get something, you have to go through something. You cannot say you want to get taller if you're not willing to go through the growth spurts and the growing pains to get there. Does that make sense? Now let's get to number 2, the second thing we need to do in 2021, knowing your worth and applying it. Family, you have to get to a point in your life where you know your worth and you're not willing to settle for anything less than what you have worked for and for what you have deserved. This applies to what you do at your job. This applies to the goals that you have in life and to the people that you choose to have in your life. There's a common saying that when you know your worth, begin to apply tax. When you know your worth, you begin to understand that you have options in life and you have the power to decide what route that you want to take. Knowing your worth means understanding that you can say no when you feel that something is not up to your standards. Knowing your worth will give you that power to set those boundaries that we talked about before of how you want to be treated in your friendships and in your relationships, and will give you the confidence to deal with the people who choose not to acknowledge and respect your boundaries accordingly. When you get to a place when you know your worth and apply that, you will exude a type of energy that does not settle for what is average and mediocre. This is the energy that people will have no other choice but to admire, acknowledge, and respect. This is the energy that everyone you know that is successful. This is the energy that the people you know and yet have yet to meet have no other choice but to respect. When you begin to exude this type of energy, the universe and everything shifts in its favor. God will make sure that that happens. When you begin to exude confidence in who you are and what you do, your teammates on your job will respond to you differently. Your coworkers respond to you differently. Your boss will respond to you differently. Your friends will respond to you differently. Your family will respond to you differently. And your significant others will respond to you differently. Third and final thing that we need to do in 2021 is live and enjoy life. Listen, make sure that you enjoy and live in every moment that you possibly can. Listen, I know life gets hard and I know life gets rough. And I know that a lot of times you are tempted to quit. But remember, each day that you wake up is another opportunity. Each day you wake up is another chance to do it over and do it better. Every day is a clean slate. Get into the mindset that you are going to get everything that you have ever wanted and work for it, and keep working for it. Keep praying for it. Keep enjoying the little things in life and process. Because keep in mind that no matter how bad you think it may be for you, someone else always has it worse. Somebody didn't get to wake up this morning, but you did. So in that aspect, you should be grateful. Thank you again for tuning in to Paradigm Speaks. Make sure you hit that like, share, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And also, don't forget, Paradigm Motivation Gear is coming out January 25th, 2021. Again, January 25th, 2021. Thank you for tapping in with me. Till next time.